Today on Store Talk, we have with us a special guest that we're spotlighting today. One who's been playing hard, working hard, one who's been walking in her purpose on purpose, hard work on and off the court, great character, great team player. Today we have with us Miss Alaina Hedden. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. This is one I was trying to get before I started to do the spotlight things, and then I found out you were with Next Place, so I was already trying to, spotlight interview you, because of your game and your skill set, and just what all you're doing, hard work that you're, showing and that you're putting in. What age were you when you first started playing sports, and was basketball your first sport you started playing?
I started playing sports around second grade through the rec, and I just kind of tried out every sport just to see like what I really liked. And then it wasn't until fourth grade that I started playing travel and I chose basketball over the other sports, and I've been playing ever since then.
Okay. About what grade was you, or when did you start to see your game excel and you start to really improve and see that you really could do it?
I think last year, I saw that I had a lot of potential and that I could be good. And then over last summer and through AAU this year, my eighth grade year is really when I saw like my game come to full circle. I was able to put all those skills that I worked so hard on to in my game, and I was able to show off what I really can do.
Yeah. So what does hard work mean to you, being that I know you are a player that you work hard, you go above and beyond to try to get better. And like you said, you've been working, 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 and you seeing this paying off. What has this hard work meant to you?
It means that like I am going above and beyond doing things, and I know that there are girls that want to be good and want to play the sport that aren't doing everything I'm doing. And I think, I know hard work is really where you're going to get better. So I really strive to put in the work.
Yeah. What does family mean to you, and how has the support helped you up until this point?
My family, they mean everything to me. I mean, I love having them always there supporting me at my games. They're always there to push me to get better. They're there for me when I'm low, they're there for me when I'm high. And really, just having a good support system really makes a big difference.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this questions. Are you with the Pittsburgh Steelers too?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Your mom loved the Steelers. Oh man. So let me ask you this. Being that your dad is a coach and he being around sports, so he knows what a player look like, what is going to be needed, and how to get the best out of a player. And your mom, she not about to let up easy. So how is it having parents that that's gonna push you besides your coaches?
Yeah, it's really nice because I can have my coaches push me, but I know that I'm going to get that same when I come home. I'm going to be pushed, and I know that you have to work hard to get things that you want, and you're not just going to wake up one day and be able to do this, be able to do that. You really have to put in the work, and I have parents that really show me that, like, what it looks like to put in hard work and how it pays off.
Yeah, that's amazing. And your parents, I know this, they're, influential in the community. So many people speak highly of your mom, your dad. They didn't help so many people out, so many players, so many young athletes, so that you get all that in one. You got the secret weapon. So
Yeah.
always remember that. Don't, even when they hard on you and all that, always remember that. So what type of player are you? When I get a lane on my team, or if a person had you as a player, what do you bring to the game?
I bring definitely the vocal aspect. If you ever come to any of our games, I am definitely that loud one on the bench that's going to be there to celebrate your highs, but I'll always be there to encourage you on your lows. I definitely am a lead by example. I go out on the floor and I'm not afraid to show how it's something supposed to be done, or I'm not afraid to show by example either.
Yeah. Do you lead a little, do you lead vocally too? So you do it by example and vocally, a little bit of
Yeah.
both?
Yes.
What are some things that you think that you can work on to better your game?
I think my ball handling is definitely that one thing. I have my shots down pretty well. I think that if I get into a consistency where I shoot the ball the same every time and I can consistently make shots, but I really think ball handling is somewhere where I have the shot. I just need to be able to get to the paint to make my shot.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. And see, one thing I love about what you're saying is you see what can make you better. You're not saying, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to work on nothing. You know it and you be able to see it so you can work on it and it can make you a better player. What you think set you apart from other players?
I think my coach, a very coachable person. I mean, I know Nikki has told me that I will run through a wall to do what someone asked me to do, and that really is the truth. If I'm told that I need to do this, I will do it. And I'm just always love to hear advice from other people. Getting aspects from other people is definitely a big thing because, I mean, you can listen to one person and they can tell you one thing, but I think it's really good to get different points of view on what you need to work on so you have multiple people.
Yeah. So what has next play mean to you, and what does Coach Nikki mean to you, and how has the team, the AAU program, and how has Miss Nikki implemented your life and made a factor?
She really implemented my life. I'd known her for, I think it's been 3 years now, and I remember meeting her for the first time, and she was immediately somebody that I liked because of her energy and the way she brings herself. And then I was lucky this year to be able to have her coach my school team, and I was able to spend those 3 months with her at practice and knowing she was going to push me to be the best version of myself and play hard every game. And so I think she's just somebody that I know that I can talk to about anything basketball related, not basketball related, and I'm really lucky to have her in my life.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do she tell you guys how good she was? I know she's very selfless. She don't really talk about it. Did you hear the stories about how much of a great
Yeah,
basketball player she was?
tells us a lot about how like her hard work is why she's here and how we all if we work hard, we can get to places that she is.
Yeah, definitely. How do you balance practice, AAU, being a teenager, being a daughter, like being young with all this stuff and still have schoolwork to do and still good grades? How are you balancing all this?
I think I'm a really organized person in general. So, I mean, it kind of does come easy to me, but it definitely, for me, it is important to make sure that I do have all my school done before I, go to that extra open gym or go to that extra stuff. I need to make sure that my grades are, because I am a student before I am an athlete, and making sure school's done before basketball is definitely my priority.
Yeah. What advice would you give to a up and coming young player that's looking to get into basketball?
I mean, I would say definitely give it a try. You can't count something out until you try it, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I really think that if you want to be great, you're going to have to find ways to put in work outside of just going to the open gyms or going to your practices for your team. You're going to have to do it on your own, because sometimes that's really what shows is when you do things on your own, people are going to notice that more than just the training sessions and the practices that you're going to.
Yeah, looking ahead, what are some of your personal goals and some of your team goals?
I think a personal goal for me definitely is I'm going to be an incoming freshman, and I think it would be really fun for me to make the varsity team as a freshman. That's definitely something that this AAU season is making me work towards, and definitely over the summer I'll be working towards that. I also think that if, when I am a junior, senior, and if I do get college offers or college is something for basketball that I'm thinking about, I think definitely that is something that I would consider. But right now I'm just focusing on that, inside the year goal and taking baby steps to reach it.
Yeah, I love that. You're very attentive and you focus and you know what you want, and that's great. Who are some of the basketball players you're looking at, you're watching, you're patterning your game after, and is it some that you pattern your game after?
This year I started to play the post a lot in my junior high season, and a lot of people look at me and they're like, "You're not a post, you're not that super tall girl." But I definitely watched a lot of the posts this year, especially Elizabeth Kitley from Virginia Tech. She was definitely somebody that I looked up to and learned some of the moves that she did and watched how like she never stops her pivot foot, or she's able to fade away or able to step through. So definitely her. And I obviously we all watched Caitlin Clark. She's definitely a big role model and inspiration to show that like those hours in the gym that she spent effortlessly obviously are going to pay off, and she definitely is an inspiration.
Yeah, because women's basketball is definitely on the rise and people are paying more attention and it's due, it's timing. So when you get up to that mark, it's definitely going to be in another spot. One thing I love about you too as well is you watch the players that play your position. A lot of times people watch other positions that they don't even play, but you're watching the game, but you're still studying, you're taking in the intel always, always. And that's one thing that you always should keep too, because you're being a student of the game doing that. Now, what would you say to a player that's having a bad game, maybe missing shots, maybe down on themselves and just looking all out of it? What would you say to him?
I definitely would say that that turnover you made or that missed shot, there's so many more possessions in this game than that one. And if you come back from that one and you show that you're resilient and you have that grit, no one's going to remember that one play where you turn the ball over. So you just have to look ahead, let it go, have short term memory loss. And if you come back from a bad play, everyone's going to remember your comeback, not your bad play.
Yeah. And how important is it to have that sisterhood, that bond you guys got in your program, being together and not being on the outside looking in, but being a part of that?
That's definitely something I love. We're all there for each other. We all know each other. When we go to tournaments, if we don't play for 2 hours, we're in another gym watching our other girls play. And I think definitely on our team, we're all there for each other. We're all playing for each other. We're not, oh, we're there for our individual. We're all there for each other and we want to win for each other. So I think that's something that I really love about the program.
Yeah, last couple questions. What is a perfect post-game meal for Alaina? After y'all get the big W, what are you wanting to eat?
I think I really like sushi and fried rice and chicken, so that's definitely something or barbecue. That's
Yeah,
something I love.
that's good. That's good. Um, whatever comes to your heart, speak words of encouragement to the youth, whatever may come to your heart.
I think if I'm speaking to younger kids, just do what your heart wants you to do because there's so many decisions in life. There's so many people that can influence you in so many different ways, and I think it's really what you want. And so if you're having a decision that you have to make where someone wants you to do something, but you're telling yourself, oh, I want to do something else, or go with what your heart wants to do, because at the end of the day, you know yourself the best. And if you make that decision based on somebody else, it might not be something that you want to do. So always just go with your heart.
Yeah. And can you share with us a memorable time, a moment, a play, or a memorable game that you had? It could be AAU or your regular season, whichever one.
I think I definitely have two that are spotlights for me. Last year it was our final game of the season, and we were seventh graders, so it was our first year, and we were losing a game, and we had about 5 seconds left, and we called a timeout and drew up the play, and it was for me, and I was able to hit the game winner. So that's
Wow.
definitely a big, huge spotlight for me. And also this year, we have come like so far with our basketball for our eighth grade team, and we were actually able to beat both Arbor Hills and McCord, become the queens of Sylvania. And Arbor Hills was a team that didn't get beat very often, so we were able to, knock that team off on their home court, and that's something I'll never forget.
Wow. So when you had those games, was it anybody that you play with now or that you normally play against often that you knew at those other schools?
Yeah, I knew a bunch of the girls from the other schools, and then I played with a couple of them a couple years ago. So, it's competitive. It's fun to play
Yeah.
against people you know, and especially to beat them.
Yeah, because it gets you better competition as well. Makes you bring out the best in you because you're gonna want to bring your A game, they bring in their A game, and that's what it takes. Well, we thank you for this opportunity. We're spotlighting you, Alaina, for your hard work, going above and beyond, being a student of the game, and just going about it the right way and being focused. The reason we do these spotlights is for people to see your journey, to see how you're doing it, because your journey is able to help someone your age, somebody under you, maybe even somebody ahead of you to be focused and say, man, Alaina can do it. I'm seeing what she doing. I want to do that. So keep doing it because you never know who's watching you. Keep working hard, keep having that great competitive spirit and teamwork and just go for everything. Don't be afraid. You could do all things through Christ who gives you strength, and just know, like, when you get on that court, you about to dominate.
Thank you.
Yep, it's been great.